Hello, welcome back. So in this video, we're talking about images, how to embed images to your site. Apparently, everything is looking boring, and every site you go to, what makes the site beautiful are actually the visual representation, images, pictures, beautiful, clear quality images. So we are going to now add a gallery page to our site, our little job seeker site. So I'm still inside the HTML folder. I no, not here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to make it gallery.html. We create that. It opens it. So Let's just copy some of this markup to save our time. Gallery here. Let's edit. Title of the page is gallery. Um, Header H1 should also say gallery. What else? Back to home. Follow us. No, we don't need this. Okay. So apparently this is what we have in our gallery page. Nothing. Okay, we need to actually link it to our home page. Home page is not connected in any way. So going down, anchor tags. Let's add the next one. We have the gallery. Another anchor tag now. Gallery. And then href set to gallery.html. I save here, and then there should be connection now. Back to our own page, first of all, for now. This contact us page. Let me go to home page. We have gallery now. Remember that let's use everything is lined up on just one row. Let's add some BR elements, line break. We can either use the BR or make each of them a paragraph. But to save us time, I'm just going to use BR. I copy that. So to each of them, we have a break so that they won't be choked up together. Let the elements breathe. I save, and you can see now this is the last one, gallery. I click on it, it takes me here back to home page. So what we want to do in the gallery page now is have pictures, and that is where this next tag comes in. It is called the image tag, and the image tag is represented on HTML with img. Another thing about the image you should understand is that image is a self-closing tag. It is self-closing. It doesn't have a closing tag. It is self-closing. So to achieve it by just writing img, and then you close. There is no closing tag. But then what makes it image is now what I'm going to write inside this. Now we write two things. Number one, src. Src simply means source. That is, what is the source of this image? Where should I get it from? The link to this image, is it on my system or on an external website? That is what the source is. Just like we had for anchor tag, where you have to pass in the link, whether local or global. The same way, that is what this source stands for. And then you have another property, we call it alt. The alt simply means add any text that describes the picture you're adding. You should understand that this alt, whatever you write here, will not be seen on the page. But then when a user uses when a screen reader is going through your site, it will be able to read out the purpose of that picture. For instance, let's assume a blind person wants to use your site, and the blind person is using a screen reader. The person might not even know what kind of picture you posted, you added to that particular section. But this alt will help the person that can't see using a screen reader. It will help the person understand, okay, this is a picture for this and this and this. So I'm going to write a text now, call it my favorite picture. That is the alt text, my favorite picture. It's not going to show on the main page. All right, now this source, before you can have a source, it's either you are getting is that okay? Let's add an header so that it won't just be so straight. um Favorite pictures, favorite pictures. All right, so I have this two. Now we have the image. We need to get a link. One of the things you can do is have a picture that you want to use. Have the picture downloaded and put it inside the same folder. Remember, we're still in our HTML practice folder. Here we have our HTML. Inside here, all the 4 files. Can you see the 4 files we've created? For orderliness, create another folder called images folder. And inside the images folder, put the picture you want to use. In this case, I've put one of my pictures here and I go back. Anything you put here will definitely reflect in your VS Code. Look at this, a folder now. When I click it, can you see the picture I just added? So since the picture is already here, I just add source. When you use, now I'm going to let me show you something. This same picture that I have here, I'm going to have it inside my, let me copy it and have a copy inside my HTML file, which is not the best practice. It's not like you can't do it, but just to be organized, you can't have all the HTML files combined with images. If I do it like this, I can actually, can you see it here as well? So if it is in the same folder, I just need to just type the name of the image, 8 dot, I think that should be 8.jpg. If I do like this and I save, it will definitely work. So I refresh, and then, oh my God, it's so big, very, very big. Jesus Christ. Okay, so big. Now there are quite a few things that you can do to your images. Some CSS styles, but I'll just give us intro to a few of them. All right, this is the image. It's obviously too big. I'm going to show us something that we can do to adjust the size of our image. But for now, that is one approach. You can actually do it this way, directly from the folder. But then, for sake of being orderly as a programmer, you need everything to be in place. So I'm going to remove it from here, and then we have our image back inside this images folder. So back to VS Code. To access a file from another folder, you either use // or // is only bringing the same elements, the same files in the same folder. But if I want an external one, I use double /. The funny thing is, sometimes this thing works like this. So if I try one dot and slash and it doesn't give me the folders I want, I'll try double dots, and by the time I click on slash, it brings every folder that I have there. Currently we're in the HTML folder, but we want to access the images folder. When I click on it, can you see I click on the exact picture I want there? You can see the file path now, // images folder / the name of the picture file. And then I save and I refresh. All right, so I refresh. It is still the same thing, just as it was. It is looking very, very big, obviously big. Now the question is, what do we do to adjust this? Well, with CSS, you can actually do so much. But in this course, I'll just teach you what you can, just something simple. And that is, inside this image, still inside it, you can write it here. You can write it after the alt if you like. You can write it before the SRC if you like. So I'm going to write it after the alt. And I'll set my height, the height. So let me see what 500 pixel will look like. I would like it to be a box. And then you can also set width. That is the width of the picture and the height of the picture. Let's set it to 500 pixel, both of them. Let's go to our browser, refresh. Can you see it is looking better now? Just that I guess it's probably like not long enough. Okay, let me reduce the width. The width should, let me give it 300. It should look better because I'm looking funny, not as fat as this. All right, I'm looking slimmer now. So you can just anyhow you want, but trust me, with CSS, they are better and faster and automatic ways to achieve this. So let me make it 400 and see if I'll be looking like my normal self. All right, this is better. So this is one way to adjust an image. So I just showed us one way to embed images on a site. The next way is to get images from an external site. And now I'm going to have, let's replicate this one first of all. We're going to replicate this, but this time around we are going to edit some things, remove the source file. My second best, let me change the alt to my second best, okay, my second favorite picture. let's remove the height and the width for now. We don't know how it's going to look. It is until you add it before you know if you need to adjust the height and the width. So now what we want to do is to add a picture from another website. Now, you can probably add a picture from your Facebook account if you like. But in this case, I'll be adding a picture from this site. It's called Unsplash. I'm going to drop the link with this video. It's a beautiful site. It's free. Just create an account, log in or sign up, and then it is free. You can access any picture you like, as much pictures as you like for free. And trust me, their pictures are of top-notch quality, very top-notch quality rather, very wonderful pictures, perfect perfect images. Okay, so I think we should use this one. Any image you want, you can probably pick an image from your Facebook. Remember, we're on Facebook initially. I can just pick an image on Facebook or any of my accounts, any site. It doesn't have to be on Splash. Now what I do is I right click. Now, okay, let me show you something. If you can, I wish there was a way you could see this. Oh my, I saw something now that I really wish you could see. Okay, come on. No, I don't want you. Let me over it again. If you look at this, below this, my over, oh, let me over something else. There is a text written, a close-up of a banana tree with lots of leaves. Now that is the alt text that was added to the image. Look at this one now. When I put the cursor over it, there it is written. You might not see it except you zoom in. Maybe you pause the video and just zoom in. Yeah, the text is written, a woman with green eye shades is posing for a photo. That is the work of the alt text. So the alt text we're also going to add on our picture will do the same thing. Now what we want to do is we want to copy this. You can do it in two ways. I can either right click and save image. I can save the image on my laptop and use it locally, just like we did with the first image. And trust me, that is actually the best option. That is the best option. Can you see? I can just rename it image, and I can save it wherever I want to save and download it properly, and I can use it. But the second way we can do it is to copy the URL without having to save it on our laptop. So what I do is copy image address. I copy image address, I go to my VS Code, and inside that SRC source, I paste it. I save, and let's see how big or how small it will be looking on our gallery. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, they're actually standing side by side. So I think there's no need for adjustment. You can see how it's looking. You can choose to adjust it if you want. Maybe you want both of them. Of course, in a real sense, I'll probably want both of them to be the same height. So I could just give this image. Let's even do it anyway. Let's give it the same height. I think we gave that one height of, let me see what height we gave it. 500 pixel. So let's give this one as well height of 500 pixel. After the alt text, height of 500 pixel, I save, and it should actually be of the same height right now. Can you see? It is of the same height. So you can actually have, I can try to have 3 or 4 on this place. It depends on the width of each of them that will determine how many this place can contain. So that is just a way to, that is how we add images, pictures to our pages, to our site. You either download them and do them like I did this one, save them in a folder called images folder, and access them through your VS Code, or just copy the link from an external website directly. You can see this one as well. You can save this image repeatedly. If I want to save it on my laptop now, I can save this image, copy image address. I can copy that link again. So that is how we use images on our pages. All right, see you in the next video.